Welcome to the home of horsepower at ACESoft Practice Management Systems. Today, we're going to take a look at ACESoft Business Manager, a powerful yet very easy to use practice management software that will make you more efficient in the things that you do every day. What you're seeing here is our magic scheduler that provides a plethora of information at a glance, helping you to see what's going on with your schedule at any given time. As you can see, each appointment contains not only who you're seeing but where you're going. It displays the notes. If you've put any notes in the appointment, they are displayed here as well. If you would like more detail, simply mouse over an appointment and you see the pop-up that gives you all the details about that appointment. These are color-coded in this example by region. You can certainly use the color coding for anything you like, but for those of you who cover large practice areas, you know how important being geographically efficient is. Color coding by region helps you at a glance see where you're going to be on any given day. Again, just adding to the efficiency of the whole experience. Now, if we need to rearrange our schedule, it is as easy as drag and drop from one place or one day to another. If we need less time, we can shorten an appointment like so, and similarly we can extend an appointment duration just by dragging the bottom edge of it. Let's get inside one of these appointment windows now. Double clicking on the schedule opens up the appointment dialog, and of course there you can see where the label is set, the color indicator for the appointment. And these are, you've got a pretty much unlimited amount of colors that you can select from. Every color of the rainbow essentially, so you're not limited at all by how you color code your appointments. Double clicking on the customer's name takes you to the customer record where you can see his balance. Another click here takes you to financial history. You can see all the invoices and payments, etc. for this customer. Double clicking on the patient takes you to the patient record. You can view their chart, see their history, see if there's any attachments. Here we can double click and we can see some radiographs that have been attached to this patient record, Coggins, etc. A gallery here similarly attaches files to this patient record but displays them in a thumbnail format. Double clicking on that, of course, brings up the actual file itself in whatever program your computer is set to view those types of files in. Here's where we have our contact set up for the patient. This is where we would specify ownership, who's a primary contact, as well as the location of the patient is all set up here in this page. I'm going to close out of there. We also can just double click on a procedure that's been selected, and that'll take us to the procedure dialog where we can alter how that is created, change our pricing, etc. One of the things that we can put into a procedure is a duration, and when we put that procedure on an appointment, it will automatically block out that amount of time. As you can see, we've got 95 minutes here specified as duration. We can change that, of course, as well on the fly, and I save that, and that's going to adjust that appointment blob accordingly. Now, you can certainly work from other areas of the program, from the contact list or the patient list, whatever is most convenient for you. But one of the things that we have done is made working from the schedule very convenient. So let's just say now we're out in the field and we've arrived at our appointment with Brad Pitt and his horse Goofy. Or let's say we haven't arrived and we're lost. We can click on this map button and that'll show us, it'll open up a Google window, assuming we're connected to the internet, of course, and show us how to get where we need to be. Now I know where we need to go. So once we arrive, now I can just double click on Goofy, and that'll take me to his record. I can also click here and see if there's any reminders in the system I need to know about. We're actually here for it looks like dental and some vaccines, so we've got that covered. So I'm going to go to the chart, and I can see what we've done for Goofy in the past, and I'm just going to go ahead and start a new medical record. I'm going to select the provider and select a 5-way vaccine, and I'm going to select the one here that's got a reminder code to generate a semi-annual flu rhino vaccine, and then I'm also going to perform we'll do an advanced dental advanced with a 1-year recheck, and I select those items and put them into the medical record. If I want to add a let's say a bute powder prescription, I can select that, and if I highlight that and go up here to my RX button, I can generate a RX label. We actually have wireless label printers that we can supply you with. You go to this dialog here, we've got a pre-canned instruction that we can edit now or we can utilize, and I would just hit the print button, and that would go right to the label printer and print out something looking like that. And then I'm going to save that prescription just in the system. Here we've got a soap style narrative that we can enter notes in about this visit. Again, we've got a gallery that we can attach files for this specific medical record, and a separate area for notes and more placing for attaching files, radiographs, Coggins, you know, whatever you want to attach to the medical record itself. More things that we can do in the medical record here. We've got a exam template that we can bring up and fill out. Again, we'll specify the provider, and these are all set up to be point and click. However, you can also type up to 50 characters into these boxes in addition to what you see there. I'll just populate some things, and we'll save and close that template. And then if I generate here, we'll see all the items from that exam template displayed on this list. And we've got these set up here where you can group them by date, and you can filter on any one of these items, so you can track trends over time by filtering on just a patient's weight, for example, and see all the changes over time. I'm going to close that, and I'm going to hit apply to save this record, and now we can bring up any number of these other smart templates that we'll launch. Let's see here, we did a dental, so we'll launch the dental record, which comes up, and you'll see is pre-populated with the patient information, the owner, etc. And then again, you've got some point and click functionality, and also the ability to draw on these. I'm just using a mouse here, but if you were using a tablet computer, you could be drawing on these, and then there's also a place to type in more information down at the bottom. And of course, this can either be printed out and handed to the customer, or you can also save it and attach it to that medical record or to the patient record. These templates, there's a list here, several that are available. This one here would actually populate the information from the medical soap narrative, and again, you can draw on these as well. And again, you've got the point and click functionality just to make things really quick and efficient for you. Now, assuming that we've finished this medical record, and the next step then is just to invoice it and get paid, I'll click here, and this will bring up a list of all the medical records for this particular customer that have not yet been invoiced. Looks like we've got some old ones in there. I'm just going to select the one we just did, and there we just created an invoice. We can double click on it and that will pull it up, and then of course you can type a memo that will print on the printed invoice. You can offer a discount, adjust the pricing now on the fly. You can even process a payment. This button will take you to the payment screen, and we'll just put a partial payment, and utilizing our integrated credit card processing, you click on this button and that will send the money to the bank. Now I'm going to save and close that payment and show you what the printed invoice looks like. Here's an example of what our printed invoice looks like. This again is completely customizable like our smart templates. We actually provide a form designer module with the program that enables you to customize all the templates and forms in the program. Now, since we are all done with this one, I'm just going to go back to the first window that we opened here back in the appointment, and that just closes everything out all at once. And here we are back at the scheduler where we started earlier. So that is a quick overview of how this program could be utilized. One of the many ways the program can be utilized to make you more efficient in what you do every day. As you can see, very quick and easy to get from one place to another. You're never more than a couple of mouse clicks away from any part of the program that you need to get to. There's no such thing as having to close one item to get to another. In fact, you can open an appointment here, open another appointment, and then while you have those appointments open, you can double click and go to a patient record, and from the patient record you can go to the chart and open a medical record, and you can even open another medical record and look at them side by side, see if there's information that you need to compare. Click here and you can see reminders for a patient. There's just really not much limit to this program and what it can do all at once even. So thank you for joining us today, and please check back with us. We've got much more to see.